What's going on, everybody? I'm Davvon. I'm a partnered streamer on Twitch. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. And one of the most common questions I have from newer streamers is how do you go about adding personalized sound commands to your stream? And what I mean by personalized sound command is when a viewer or subscriber come into your channel, they play a sound command that's usually listed down in the panels that will then play a sound via the stream that is attached to that command. For example, if somebody were to come into my channel and type in !Leroy, it would then play the Leroy Jenkins sound command over the stream for everybody to hear. And that adds a uniqueness to your stream. It gives you the ability to make your stream different than anybody else's. And in a time where everybody's found almost every different way possible to make their stream unique, it's one of the few ways that I found to make the stream truly unique. Not only that, but it also adds an interaction with the viewers on top of that. It allows the viewers to come in and interact with the stream. So if this is something you're interested in, we'll get right into it right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this useful, and we'll get right to it right now.
Yeah.
So the first step we need to take is we need to get the program needed to play the customized sound commands over the stream, and that's going to be called Streamlabs Chatbot. You can simply go to Google, type in Streamlabs Chatbot, go to the website and download it. Otherwise, I will be putting the link in the description of the YouTube video, and you can just go to that link and download it from there. Now, I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember if you needed to sign in with Twitch to download it. I'm pretty sure you don't. Hit this download link right here. Get the program downloaded. Once you have it downloaded, installed, go ahead and open it up, and it's going to look something like this. All right, you might not have the viewer list on the right here yet. You might not have all this right here listed out. But what we need to do first is then connect the Streamlabs chatbot to our stream. You come down to connections down here, you click that. You'll see Twitch bot and Twitch streamer. You're going to need to generate your own authorization key, give the bot a name, which channel it's joining. You'll type in your channel right here, what you want the name of the bot to be in your channel, and then generate token. Once you've generated that token, hit connect. It will connect the bot to your stream. Now for streamer, I do believe that you need to sign in as a streamer. I always sign in as a streamer. You just type in your username and generate the token, connect. Once you have all of that done, you're ready to start adding some stuff in. So what you need is first your sound command that you're going to be adding. You need the file for the actual sound itself. So what I end up doing is I'll go to YouTube and I'll find the command that I want. For example, I'll find, say, for example, the Leroy Jenkins sound command. We'll just do that for an example. We'll go to YouTube. Leroy Jenkins World of Warcraft sounder. We'll sit here. We'll go ahead and download that. You might need to clip it. Maybe find one that's like the 3-second one. Either way, you go into the video you want. You get the link, and what I use is a YouTube to MP3 converter. If you just go to Google, you can find one. You put the link in there. You download the the audio file that comes from the download. Once you have that file downloaded, you might need to clip it down. That's completely separate. That's an editing thing. It's really not that hard using something like Audacity, where if you want to get like a certain snippet of the YouTube video, you can use a program which is free called Audacity, and you can cut it down to the very snippet you want. Once we have the sound file, we can add a sound command to it. So what we're going to do that is if we go down here on the left side into sound files, you click that, you're going to see all my sound commands here. You're going to have a blank slate here. There's going to be nothing here. What you're going to do to add a new sound file, make sure this is flicked on. Hit the plus sign right here for add. You're going to want to give your sound file a name. For example, the Leroy Jenkins one we just added, !Leroy. We'll add the Jenkins so I don't overwrite the one that I currently have. You give it a sound command. This is the command that your viewers are going to go into your channel and type in order to activate the sound command. I put the votes at 0. Pretty much, it's like if you want to have a voting, or a certain amount of people need to vote for it in order to play it, I I don't have that. I don't use that. It might be recommended if you have a really obnoxious sound command, so that way it's not getting spammed all the time, but that's what we have the timers for that I'll explain to you here in a minute. I never use the voting. I do recommend turning down the volume to start. You know when you open a game out of Steam for the first time and it's super loud and it blows your eardrums and you can't turn it down after the beginning? It's kind of like that. Make sure you turn down the volume of the sounder before you test it, or you might blow your eardrums. I recommend putting it at 30 volume. Sometimes even that's too loud. So then what you're going to do is, after you have the command in, general group, volume at 30, 0 votes, you're going to pick the sound file. I'm not sure if I have the Leroy in here. Either way, we'll just pick a random one here. We'll do that one. So you'll pick the sound file, whatever file you saved it to. Just double click on the MP3. It has to be an MP3 that you saved it to. Go ahead and click that. Hit the preview. It's a little quiet. You might not be able to hear. We'll turn it up a little bit. And then once you have that selected and the command in, you need to click automatically generate command. Toggle this on. Now down here is permissions. You can set it so that every viewer, once they come in, can use it. If they're a regular, what Streamlabs Chatbot will do is they'll keep track of who's in your channel consistently, and after a certain threshold, they'll be considered a regular. That's a completely different menu that I might go over at a different time. I believe it's in the currency. VIP exclusive, so only VIPs can play it. VIP plus, I think that's something you set up in the currency. Either way, the two that I focus on the most is everyone and subscriber. So once you decide whether it's everyone, subscriber, or user specific, only a certain user can use it, and that's when you type in the name of the viewer that you want only be able to use it. So for example, if I want a sounder that my buddy Dragon Ross only can play, I type in his name, and only Dragon Ross X3 can play it in the chat. Moderators only, minimum amount of points. Again, that's a currency thing. That's something I'll go over in another video when I'm breaking down the currency in Streamlabs Chatbot. Editors, that's people you've given permission to. Again, that's a completely different set of people. Caster is you only. Visible, people can't use it or see it. We're going to go with everyone for the sake of the test. Now, the info, again, that's if you want to set a specific user to be able to use it. Cost, that's, again, currency. So what Streamlabs Chatbot has is a currency system in place where if you gift subs, if you follow, if you raid, if you view, you get a certain amount of currency that you can customize every hour that you watch, every minute that you watch, every raid, every follow, anything you can imagine. That's what the cost is. I set mine to 0 for the most part, unless it's an obnoxious one. Then what I'll do is I'll put like a 600 cost depending on what your currency values are. And what that'll do is it will require them to spend some of that currency that they have accrued in your stream in order to play the sounder. Now, stream chat, that's just the usage where they'll play it in the stream chat. They type the command in, and in the stream chat, it will play. Stream whisper, I'm pretty sure that that is like if they at you, but I'm not 100% sure. I have actually never used any of these. I can't give good information on these. For this case, we're just using the stream chat. Now, cooldowns and user cooldowns. These are important. You don't want somebody coming in and abusing your sounders over and over and over and over and annoying the hell out of you. You set this cooldown to 0, they're just going to play it over and over and over and over, and it's going to get really annoying. I recommend a 5-minute cooldown for both the sounder itself and the user cooldown. So what this will do is if the user comes in and plays the sounder, he will have a cooldown where he cannot play any sounders for 5 minutes. The user is then on cooldown. The sounder itself right here will have a 5-minute cooldown, so no users in the channel can play it for 5 minutes. So they can play other sounders, they just can't play that sounder for 5 minutes as a whole, universally. You know, user cooldown is just that user himself can't start spamming every single sounder there is. I recommend 5 minutes. If you have a really obnoxious one, I recommend 30. Either way, that's up to the streamer's discretion. Again, I'd rather be on the safe side than annoy new viewers coming into my channel by somebody being obnoxious for the sake of being. Now, this right here is the optional response. This is what the bot will say in the chat in response to what you've typed. So, for example, we will type in test right here. So when this command is typed into the chat, it should then say test or respond to it. For example, I have some sounders where it's personalized for the person, and when they type in the command, it will say something related to that viewer. So then once we have all this filled out, we have the command with the exclamation mark at the beginning, 0 votes, volume at a reasonable level used in preview, the sound file selected, permission set to everyone. You can do subscriber, everyone, VIP, mods is completely up to you. Cost is at 0, so anybody can play it at any time. Cooldown's all set up in an optional response. Now we're ready to test it in the chat itself. Submit. Now, if you don't know, you go into console, Streamlabs Chatbot will then connect to your chat, and you can view it similar to slobs, like Streamlabs OBS, Stream Elements. You can see your chat here. It's connected to you. Even when you're not live, it's connected to your chat. So we're going to go ahead and type in the command we just made into the chat, and we're going to hit enter. Now, the people in the stream itself will then be able to see test in the chat and hear the sound coming through the stream unless you have your desktop muted. Now, again, this is something that I think really adds a personalized touch to stream, something that streamers can use to make their streams stand out, be unique, and interactable with viewers. Just be careful about going overboard. I will warn you that it can be abused if you don't set the correct cooldowns, if you don't have the currency set up, and if you add too much, it's kind of hard to keep track of. So again, that's how you set up personalized sound commands for your stream. Hopefully this video was helpful for some of you guys. If you guys are interested in seeing more stuff like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, leave a comment with the type of stuff you'd like to see going forward. Again, I do stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, starting around 4 to 5 p.m. Central Time, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. I do have a Twitter, I do have a TikTok, I do have a Discord. You can feel free to join. Very, very helpful for newer streamers. I'm adding a newer streamer section to that with tips and advice that I wish I had known when I started streaming. Again, I appreciate you all. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, happy, healthy, and sane. Peace.
Can I get some music for this?
Nope.
How long did that go?
You said 30 seconds.
How long have I been going?
10.
Am I doing it right?
I have no idea. I'm not even
Is this
watching.
31?
No comment.